Peace and blessings, everyone. I read this very interesting article yesterday. It was dealing with leisure and the progression of the original value that was held in leisure, leisure and sitting back and just thinking and doing nothing, and how it's progressed to basically it's sort of looked at as a bad thing. If you have too much leisure, if you do too much nothing, then you're lazy and worthless. And like I said, I'll put a link over to the side, of course, but it was very interesting because it was saying basically it used to be held that sitting back and contemplating about your existence was really the best thing to do, because you start thinking about all that is and appreciating all that is, and you raise your spirituality, which is really ultimately the true self. But at some point in time it started to switch into, like I said, to where nowadays leisure is just a break to take from work so that you get re-energized and ready to go back to work. That we have, it's work itself is held so highly, that we're at a point of doing work for the sake of doing work. We're just burn ourselves out, which is true, because we see that and we know this, and you know this. All you working stiffs out there who work that 9 to 5, well nowadays it's 8 to 5, just consistently. But there's some stats out there about how people aren't taking their vacation times because they're worried about losing a job, and it's just work, 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 and you get caught up in this mechanism of this work, of everyday work, that you lose sight of the beauty around us. You lose sight of the fact that we're living on this rock that's just floating in space. You lose sight of, we still don't understand our existence, why we are here, what is going to happen, because all about gotta work, gotta make money, gotta survive, instead of just sitting back and taking it in, taking it all in. I said it's very interesting. I hope you read it. And I believe that. Sit back. We gotta. Work should be secondary. And they say, well, how are we going to advance and evolve? Well, doesn't really matter. As long as if we're happy, it doesn't really matter. Do we have to advance and evolve? And really, how far have we advanced and how much have we evolved when we're still killing each other and blowing each other up and have nuclear bombs? And we can literally destroy the entire planet any time. So how much have we advanced? And does it take technology for us to advance? Or really is the true advancement achieved up here, mentally, spiritually? So all this so-called advancement that we think we're doing, really all we're doing is going backwards, de-evolving. Think about it. And I'm sure for you Christians out there, you'll go to the Bible and go to Adam and Eve and how God says, that man must go out and toil the soil of the earth. But if you think about it, if you go back to Adam and Eve, if Adam and Eve would have kicked back and started thinking, and stopped working for a minute and said, wait a minute, God said that all our children will be cursed for generations and generations. So if we have children, they have children, then they're going to be cursed and they'll all go to hell. So maybe we should just stop and think. Maybe we shouldn't have kids. Check it out though. Oh, That's right. And you know how I came upon this article? Now, I'm gonna go ahead and give them, you know, their what they're looking for, their advertisement or whatever. But the niggermania.com site, which I think a lot of these people who've been, you know, all this racial incidents been going on about my videos recently, is I think really to advertise that site. But I finally decided to go check it out, and it actually has some interesting things on there. If you look past the racial ignorant stuff, it has some actual facts on it. What they do is they actually take some facts, some true number facts, and then they use it for the point of pulling down blacks. All right. So they'll speak of venereal disease and whatnot. They'll speak of the problems within the black community. Well, of course, then they use it to demean blacks and say, see, it proves that niggers are no good. So I want to say to all my brothers and sisters out there who are watching this, go see it, because you're gonna get some information, and so you should see, you know, what the problems that exist within our black community, and how some other people might view us, how other races might view us, and look down on us because of us not helping ourselves. You know, you can get some education. Like I said, because of what I read on there, I started searching on things. I started looking up things, and it led me from one thing to another. You gotta seek that knowledge. So check it out. Beware, it's crazy, but like I said, you can get some learning from it. God bless. Peace and love.